Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I actually am honored and excited to present with my co-presenter this evening. Her name is Turnbull. She's a Crown Diamond with Max International. And my name is Gingras. I'm also a Crown Diamond with Max International. And this evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on when and where you are listening to, we're going to be sharing a short presentation to give you an overview of Max International. We'll share a little bit about the opportunity and how also we can actually improve your health while we actually improve your finances. And it's a really exciting time because Max is constantly expanding despite the challenges we're facing in our economy. Max is a US based company established in 2007, and we're currently in 20 countries around the world. And about a week or so, we're going to be operating out of also Mexico. So it'll be 21 countries. So we are expanding despite the adversities we're facing in our economy today. And what I love about Max is we're a group of professionals from different backgrounds united by a common mission. Our common mission is really based on a business model that can really benefit you with an amazing patent product, which we're going to be sharing with you, that actually brings a great opportunity that can actually really create a positive impact in your community and really also make an impact globally around the world, which is what we have seen. So it's really, really exciting, and to have the opportunity to share with you here this evening. So back to you.
Wow, thank you so much, Chris. It's great to be on the call with you as well. You know what? It's always a treat when I get to present with you. We're fellow Canadians, and you, of course, are living in Canada part-time and US part-time, and also traveling the world to support all of the teams around the world. And I'm in Canada a little bit of the time, but I've recently relocated to Kenya, Nairobi in Kenya, and I've been living in West Africa for the past 8 years. So it's always a treat. I think we get to meet more on Zoom than we do in person these days. So it's wonderful to be here with you as well. And you know, one of the things that I love best about Max International is that really what we are about is creating that legacy of significant change, you know, both in our own lives and in the lives of others.
I totally agree, Anne. And first of all, I also want to recognize all of you that are on Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us. We love hearts and thumbs ups and comments and feedback, and same thing here on Zoom. So thank you for joining us here, folks. See, when we think about a legacy of significant change, it really starts with you. And this is important. We understand sometimes we tend to forget ourselves in the picture and, trying to evolve and everything else. But the fact is, what are the changes that you'd like to see in your own life? Maybe you'd like to have more finances. I know that's a very common topic today, right? Maybe you'd like to own that dream home that you've always wanted to take your family to live in. Maybe you'd love to take a vacation, or hey, what about take the entire family with you? Or maybe you'd like to invest into your education, into a higher education, or even, improve your fitness or whatever it is. The fact here, folks, is we have a way to create these changes if you choose to. So the fact is, we can improve your health, your finances, and this is exactly what this presentation is all about here today.
But you know what? The key is you can't do any of that without your health. You know, you can't improve your own life. You can't leave a legacy. You can't contribute to the lives of others without your health, because let's face it, without our health, we're really not much good at all. And if we think about what's been going on in the last 10 years in health, you know, health is not getting better. Health is actually getting worse. And the WHO says that out of the 10 leading causes of death around the world, 7 of them are from non-communicable diseases. These are things like diabetes, heart disease, pulmonary disorders. And so all of those diseases have actually gotten worse in the last 10 years, not better. And so this is a real problem. And this is something that we have to solve if we're really going to make an impact.
That is so true, and absolutely. And the fact is, you see, our overall health depends on the health of your individual cells. And the fact is, if your cells are healthy, your bodies are healthy. It's really that simple. And that's what we want to focus on a little bit here.
Yeah. And every single cell depends on one thing to be healthy, and that is glutathione.
That's an understatement. And, and we know glutathion's a bit of a mouthful of a word. Can you expand a little bit of what glutathione is for the benefit of the viewers?
Absolutely. And you know what, if you're like me, maybe you've never even heard that word before, before this presentation. I'd never heard of glutathione before being introduced to Max International, but glutathione is actually produced naturally in every single cell of our body. And, you know, if we think about what's happening to us as people every day, our cells are being attacked, you know, tens and tens of thousands of attacks every single day by toxins, pollution, so much more. And glutathione is our cell's natural defender. It is our natural protector of the cell. And without enough glutathione, our cells are going to face lasting damage. And just like we heard, you know, if our cells are healthy, then we are healthy. If our cells are not healthy, we cannot be healthy. And it's glutathione that keeps our cells healthy. In fact, next to food, water, and oxygen, glutathione is the #1 thing we need in our cells to keep them healthy.
That is such an understatement. So when we have optimal level of glutathione, we have so many benefits. And just to name a few, our immune system is stronger, right? Reduces the inflammation in your cells. Folks, often people talk about inflammation. They don't realize how important that is, what that means. When you reduce inflammation, the body's in a better state to heal. It helps slow down the aging process. I don't know about you, but I'm all for that. Right? We get better energy, better sleep, reduce the stress, and better mental focus and clarity. It also improves our performance, whether it is mental or physical. We get better stamina and recovery. I've noticed that when I go to the gym. As a matter of fact, you find you'll perform better in the gym, even the classroom, the boardroom, and even the bedroom here, folks. So, you know, keeping the spice between our relationship, between us and our partners is absolutely critical. Would you agree, Anne?
Well, I would agree if I had a partner, but since I don't have a partner, I'm voting for the anti-aging, the more energy, you know, all of those things. And, you know, I've started going to the gym and exercising this year. It was one of my New Year's intentions. I'm calling them an intention, not a resolution. And so I definitely use, you know, I need to keep my glutathione levels up if I want to be exercising, if I want to age as gracefully as possible. But here's the challenge, you know, from the age of 20, our glutathione levels go down. And so that's a real problem because our glutathione levels are going down. I'm guessing that most of us on this call, most of us watching on Facebook Live or watching the replay, you are all probably over 20 years old. And that means that you're in trouble. And remember, when your glutathione levels are going down, that is not a good thing.
Oh, yeah, that is so true. Absolutely true. And in fact, if you add the stress, the poor diet, the toxins, illness, alcohol, and other issues, cause our glutathione levels to go down even faster, folks. This is a problem in our society. And remember, we said if we have optimal level of glutathione, our cells are healthy. If you don't have enough glutathione, our cells are not healthy. And if your cells are not healthy, folks, it's very simple. Your body cannot remain healthy. This is a very big concern, especially today, living in a deprived immune system society all around the world because of the things that we're exposed to. This is a real problem. But remember that when there's a problem, it also brings an opportunity to have a solution. And when there's a solution for the many, understand, folks, the opportunity behind that. Back to you, Anne.
Definitely. And when our glutathione levels are not optimal, you know, low glutathione is associated with almost every health challenge you can imagine, at least over 74 diseases and health challenges. So if I just even named a few, I know if I named all 74, we would know so many people who have those issues. But let me just name a few, and I know that you will all know someone who has one of those challenges. Think about health challenges like diabetes, hypertension, stroke, arthritis, erectile dysfunction, fertility issues, you know, kidney issues. Almost everything you can think of is associated with low glutathione. So this is a big, big deal.
That is such an understatement. And by the way, as we're presenting here, that many of you are showing up here, and it's always nice to see where you are from. So thank you for Samuel mentioning you are from Ghana. So the rest of you here, please feel free just to mention where you are actually signing in from. It's always a pleasure to see that. So folks, as we continue this presentation, you know, we've heard how important glutathione is. So why don't we just get more of it? And that's always been the challenge. If you take it in a form of a pill or a capsules, it will just be broken down to the digestive tract and it becomes completely useless. There's an option. You can take it intravenously. As a matter of fact, it has a positive role, but it is short-lived. It is costly. and also inconvenient. What we have is an amazing solution, which I can't wait to have Anne share, is we have a very important solution that can raise the glutathione naturally within the bloodstream.
Yes, and this is what makes our opportunities so exciting. We have a solution for glutathione. It's called ribosine. And ribosine is not glutathione because you have to make glutathione inside your cells naturally. So what ribosine is, it actually gives our cells the nutrients we need to make glutathione naturally. And this is a really, really big deal. And ribosine is simply a combination of two nutrients. One is ribose, which is a simple sugar molecule we use every day for energy. And one is cysteine, which is the simple molecule we need every day to make glutathione. And the challenge with glutathione up to now is that we cannot get enough cysteine. We just can't get enough. We can't get enough from food. We can't supplement with it. And that is what our scientists worked on for over 25 years. So let's meet him now.
Absolutely. And by the way, I just want to recognize all of you. We have representation from the US, Orlando. It's nice to see you here. From Nairobi in Kenya, we have representation from Nigeria. This is awesome. Thank you for sharing, guys. Really, really appreciate that. Now, here's the thing, folks. Ribosine was created by Dr. Herb T. Nagasawa. He's an amazing man with over 45 years of professorship who spent over 25 years of his life in the scientific research to create ribosine. This is really, really important. With over 43 peer-reviewed studies and more to come. See, ribosine is the most advanced glutathione support available in the world today, folks. The world with a big W. It's over 300% more effective than the next best alternative, which we also own, which happens to be in a Max GXL called NSL cysteine. Short is NAC. So that's what we launched the company with. And we evolved with the Bentley version, the upgrade, the hybrid version with the ribosine. See, the ribosine is truly a scientific breakthrough that solves a real common problem for the many. Remember what I said earlier, when you solve a common problem for the many, it brings an incredible opportunity that gives us a remarkable advantage.
Definitely. And ribosine can be found in many of our breakthrough products. Now, the beautiful thing about our products is any country that we are officially opened in, they are always registered by the appropriate health authority if they're required to be. So for example, in Nigeria, they're registered with NAFDAC, in Kenya by the Pharmacy and Poisons Board, in Canada with Health Canada. Wherever we need to be registered, we are registered. Now, we also are halal certified, so anyone who is Muslim can take them freely. And one of the things that I love is that our products are all certified by the Banned Substance Control Group. Now, what does that mean? It means that athletes can take them freely. So we have Olympic athletes who use our products. I have an associate in Tanzania. His son is a world-class swimmer, competes for Tanzania. He uses our products. And I am not a world-class athlete, I have to say, even though, yes, I have started very slowly in the gym this week, but I like to know that there's nothing bad, nothing banned in the products that I'm going to take. And so all of us can use them very happily, very safely, because there is nothing bad in our products. They have been tested very thoroughly.
That's an understatement. And let's start with our flagship product. The Celgivity is the most advanced formula. It contains the ribosine we spent a bit of time on today, and 12 other ingredients that support in raising the glutathione level within the cells. Now, it's very simple, folks. You take 2 capsules during the day, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. It could be 2 in the afternoon or 2 in the evening. It's really up to you. What's really important is to take a lot of water as you consume our products, all of our products. Now, what we found is most healthy people will notice better energy, better mental focus, better sleep, and reduce aches and pains. For some with health challenges, sometimes the result can be life-changing. I've witnessed that myself. So if you're healthy and want to remain healthy, folks, take the Celgivity. I'm telling you, your body will be absolutely grateful. If you are aging and want to stay youthful, as you stated earlier, I recommend take the Celgivity. It'll serve you well. If you're struggling with your health and running out of option, folks, take the Celgivity. I'm telling you, it's an amazing, amazing option. It's like eating an apple a day, but a bit more sophisticated that can really support you very, very well. It's important to note that our products are supplements, folks. They are taking alongside your regular medication, and you do not treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. What they do is improve the glutathione within your cells by elevating it, which reduces the inflammation. And remember what I said earlier about reducing inflammation, the body's in a better state to heal. In closing, what I really recommend as we finish this particular topic on the product is commit for 90 days. In fact, any of our products, come in for at least 90 days. Give your body a chance to get a full assessment of how powerful these nutrients are, and so you can really benefit of what it can give to you as benefits.
Yeah, exactly. You know, everybody is different, and some people will notice differences after with Celgevity after maybe a few days or a few weeks or a few months. So 90 days is always your best option. But this next product, Max ATP, I love this product a lot because this is one of our exceptionally fast-acting products. And people will notice the difference after 15 minutes. So for the large majority of people, they will really notice a difference. So what is this product? Well, it comes in a powder sachet and you mix it with water, and it is performance on demand, any kind of mental or physical performance. So what I love to do is I like people to use this while I'm talking with them, or maybe have them take a sample home, so that when they use it, they notice the difference and they're really excited. Because what people usually feel is that, let's say you're tired, you just don't feel tired anymore. Maybe you have a long day at work and you need to do more. You take it and you just don't feel tired. If you have to do anything with your brain, you want to study, you want to prepare a presentation, you want to write a report, if you take Max ATP, usually you're going to feel very sharp and very focused. Now, if you have a headache, it will almost always be gone. So a lot of people with headaches, you know, sometimes people come to visit me and I say, oh, how are you? Oh, I've had a headache all day. And I say, oh, great. And they probably wonder, what the heck, why am I saying great? Why am I rejoicing in their headache? And it's because I know I can give them ATP and they're really going to notice a difference. And then any kind of mental or any kind of physical performance, so any kind of stamina, strength and recovery. So for people going to the gym, I use this every morning when I go to the gym. But even for libido issues, you know, a lot of people, men especially, but even ladies, but a lot of men as they get older, they're struggling with libido, maybe because of age or medication or illness. And so Max ATP, a lot of people really find that helps, especially in conjunction, especially in addition to Celgevity, adding it to Celgevity.
Absolutely. Tammy and I love this product, especially dealing with the jet lag as we travel. I'm sure you can relate on. The next one we want to talk about is our Enfuse. Now, this is a phenomenal product. It's an excellent product that comes in a small sachet, same format as the ATP. And it comes in a serving of 30 days or 15 days, depending on where you live in the world. There will be different packaging. And it contains all the vitamin and nutrients that are missing in our daily food that is unfortunately something that we have to live with today. And it's kind of like, imagine a 6-foot table of 20,000 calorie of food, like asparagus and egg white and yogurt and tofu. We could go on and on here. And it's converted into 10 calories. Now that's powerful. It's an excellent source of nutrition. So what we recommend here is you take that once a day, or on a need basis, based on your budget. And the fact here is this product is absolutely phenomenal to complement even the use of our Celgevity to support glutathione production. Beautiful. I love our products, Anne.
Definitely. And I like to take Max Enfuse and I combine it with Max ATP.
Yeah,
I like the two of them together. It's my daily cocktail. Now, this is a great product. So many people would love to be losing weight. You know, we're at the beginning of the year, and this is a time of year where people make their intentions for the year. And a lot of people are looking forward to losing weight. Well, even me, I use this product as well every day. So this is our weight loss product. And how it works is you take 2 capsules before your meal, maybe 30 minutes up to 1 hour before your meals, and you take a lot of water. And what it does is it will help your metabolism work the way it's supposed to work. And so it will target fat loss. You'll keep your lean muscle. This is very important as you're losing weight, because if you're losing muscle, which is what most times will happen as you're losing weight, then muscle is what actually burns your calories. So by the time you start eating normally again, you'll find that you end up gaining weight back even larger than before. So it helps preserve your muscle. You target a lot of fat loss. You don't feel hungry, and you lose your cravings. And also, as you're releasing that fat, a lot of toxins are being released into your system. And so it will help remove all of those toxins. So I know for me, I've just come back from a month in Canada over the holidays. And every time I go to Canada, I don't know, I've been living in Africa for a long time. And so all the things that I love to eat that I know are not so good for me. Some of my favorite breads and snacks, we call them salty snacks. I love my cheesies, which are not very good for me. So I always come back, and my mother feeds me, and I can't tell her what to feed me, right? Whatever she puts down on the table, I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat happily. It doesn't matter that I'm in my 50s, whatever mom puts on the table, I'm very happy to eat. So when I come back, I usually gained weight. So I've started my switch in earnest again. Last year, I ended up shedding about 20 pounds. I'm looking to do about 10 pounds this year. So I just use it as part of my healthy weight maintenance. And I'm looking forward to the results again this year.
It's so interesting, Anne, as you were talking about your mom and feeding, for Christmas and holidays, same thing. And it's exactly the same situation. I can relate so much. Folks, this particular product is their blend of omegas, and the omega-3, 5, and 7 oils. Now, it's an excellent product for the skin, the heart, the brain, and the eyes. They're very important organs. I know I need my brain to be very effective. Even if my body starts to losing its impact as I age, if my brain is fully functional and my eyes are functioning and my heart is functioning, then the rest is expendable. I'm just kidding, but you know what I'm saying? So these are very important organs, and that's what this product is designed to do. So it promotes our cardiovascular health. It's a healthy metabolism. And now the one thing I want to focus on quickly before I shift to the next slide is the omega-7. It's extracted from the pollock fish, which is actually coming from the purest water, considered the purest water on planet Earth, which is Norwegian water on the north side of the Atlantic. It's really interesting how Max just gets the raw ingredients, and how selective and how much quality control that goes around our products, folks. If you only knew the level of iteration of quality control that Max does from the time of production to the time that you have in your hands and you consume it on a daily basis. It's just amazing. And that's one of the things I love about our company. Back to you, Anne.
Yeah, and we always just say commit for 90 days, try and see, because every day we're getting new testimonies. Every day we have people with new stories to share. I remember one of our Kenyan doctors who is he's from Nigeria, but he's been practicing here in Kenya for a long time. And he's so passionate about our products. He's very well respected. He's an orthopedic surgeon. And he tells us the story about how his back started to really get so pained. He wasn't even able to continue working the way he had. And he's an orthopedic surgeon. That's what he does. He does back surgeries. And he did not want to take some of the treatments that he would recommend to his patients. So he thought, well, what the heck? He had Cellgevity. He'd never used it. He wasn't really a big fan of supplements, but he had bought some for some time ago, and he tried it. And lo and behold, his energy was fantastic. He uses ATP every day. His back pain is gone. He's so passionate about what we have. We were out of stock on ATP for a few weeks, and he begged me for some of mine. So he doesn't want to live a day without it. So every day we get testimonies, and just try it. Try it for yourself. You'll surely come back with your own testimony. Try it with those people around you, and you will definitely see that not only does this product, our products, they have so much science behind them. There's never been a supplement with 50 plus peer-reviewed studies behind the science, and proprietary, exclusive, patented science. It doesn't exist. So when people try it, they'll know, and they come back for more. It's pretty exciting.
Oh, I totally agree, Anne. You're so dead on. Now, at this point, folks, we're going to shift gear a little bit. As I mentioned earlier, is when you present an opportunity to the many, as a common solution, it's amazing how we can really create a great wealth for ourselves. And we know that health and income are two of the basic requirements for creating a life significance, as we started this presentation with. So we actually have made an impact around the world. And the fact is, we need to continue sharing that information to educate people about what this is all about. So we spent a bit of time talking about our science and our technology. Now we want to take a look of how this opportunity can actually help you in this area.
Absolutely. And, everyone comes to us for different reasons. As I usually tell people, the first and foremost is that without a product that works, you really don't have an opportunity, because there is no business without delivering value. If people aren't willing to pay for what you have, they don't get value from it, then, they might buy once, but they'll never buy again. And so we have value to offer. People use our products, they come back for more, they recommend to others, and definitely there is value there. And so for those who wish, they can earn income with our company, and whether it's just enough to pay for your products, whether it's enough for a little part-time income, whether it's a big vision for doing something significant, all of those opportunities are here for you with our company.
I totally agree. And if you take a look at companies like listed out over here, right, what do they all have in common? Uber, Facebook, Bolt, Airbnb, Alibaba, Expedia, and I'm sure many of you can think of many others. What do they have in common? Well, what they have in common is the internet and connecting people through product and services. That is the way of the future, folks. Even our economy, everything is geared towards this online service and the convenience of actually doing business.
Definitely. And, I don't think there's a company alive today that really doesn't rely on internet in some way, shape, and form. And if we think about it, what is networking? It's people. And without people, you don't have a business, So the need to network, the need to connect people, the need to grow your network, to use internet effectively, to scale your network is a beautiful opportunity for all of us.
That's an understatement. You see, we're living in a plug-and-play economy. Successful businesses, as Anne stated, now create value by taking products and services and connecting them to people who needs them. Especially through platforms like, let's take Uber, for example, right? They didn't create the two parties, the drivers and the people or the passengers that needs the driving, right? They created a tool. It's an app that you just download from your cell phone, whatever device you have. You put your protocol in there for the form of payment. And then you select where you're going, and hold and behold, boom, that's it. You don't have to carry cash, and it's very convenient, right? It's all based on credit. It's all based online. Alibaba created a platform to connect sellers and buyers, and many others you can think about, right? Expedia connected travelers, hotels, flights. Today, when I book a flight, especially when I do a lot of different flights going around the world, I tend to go with Expedia first to give me a lay of the land of how much it's going to cost and what airlines are available and prices. Once I get a better understanding, then I start digging into specific airlines. But again, sometimes I book through this service, sometimes I don't, but I use it regardless to get a feel for what's going on. So this is the way of the future, folks. And Max International is perfectly positioned to take advantage of this trend, especially today, living in a deprived immune system community. We have a solution for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree, because I met an amazing entrepreneur today, Rhoda and Clifford. You're welcome on the call. And that's what this gentleman has been doing. He creates incredible platforms that allow connection of interested parties and monetizes them, and has amazing vision and innovation with his platforms. And so that's exactly what we do at Max International. I always like to say that we do two things in our business. All right. So we are not Max. Max International is a company. We are not Max International. We are, if we choose to be, independent associates. We are independent distributors. And what we do is we do two things. We share and we teach. So we share our products and business opportunity with people, just like we're doing with you right now. All of you were invited somehow by someone to be on this call, and that person shared the opportunity with you, and you're coming now to listen. And then we connect those who are interested in the products or the products in the business into the company through the person that shared the opportunity. And let's say that's you. You've shared the products and the business opportunity to your friends, your network, and now they choose to buy the products or become part of the business. You get paid commissions based on their purchases. And the key is we not only share, we also teach. So once we share the products and the opportunity, anyone who is interested in the opportunity, we teach them how to be successful. And as we do that, our business grows.
And here's an example where you build your business by connecting people and we grow together, right? You see here, you in red, that would be your highlighted, matter of speaking, and you connected to your social network. And that's really what this is. And every time someone makes a purchase of a product for personal consumption, or they're interested in creating their own distribution network. Well, that, for example, if I focus on this person over here, he turns red, he will have his own social network and this goes on till infinite. It doesn't end. There's no stop. As long as you keep communicating, this is how it grows. And all of that is converted into your personal currency, which we'll talk about, which today we'll talk about US currency, because as you know, there's many different countries that are listening here today. But the fact here is every markets have their own price list, their own products, and everything is organized for you to be able to operate in your own countries where Max is operating.
Yeah, exactly. And as you're teaching more and more people, and they're starting to duplicate exactly what you've told them, and their business grows, their network grows, their organization grows, everyone is buying their products, you get paid commissions on all of the purchases in your network. And you can actually be earning up to 40,000 US dollars every single month. So this is very significant income. And I think that most of us would agree that this is something that can really be a game changer. It can allow you to create a lot of impact for your family, for your communities, for the world at large. And so this is something to really take seriously.
Agreed. And so how do we earn commission? Well, it's really simple. You purchase products monthly. And generally, people will purchase 100 CV, which is what will keep you active and operational to earn every bit of commission a company has to offer. And we do recommend you get back with a person invited you here today to get all the details and, you know, the fine prints as to exactly how everything works. We're giving you kind of an overview of how this works over here. And then from there, you connect other potential customers and partners that wants to do the exact same thing. So really, you consume your own personal consumption and then you share this information with others. And some of us, we buy a bit more products because we have a big network and we want to share that with our network. So this is entirely up to you. And we'll share with you some of the extremes as smaller package and bigger package as we move forward.
Wonderful. And as we're teaching people how to be successful and we're starting to duplicate what we know, then you start to rise up the ladder with Max International and the commission plan. So if you take a look at this chart, what you'll see is a monthly income chart. And as you're growing your business, your network is growing, everyone is purchasing products, everyone is consuming and also sharing, then what you'll see is, for example, you can reach senior associate, bronze, silver, gold, all the way up to crown diamond. So it could be maybe a few $100s a month, maybe $500 a month, maybe 1,000, all the way up to 40,000 US dollars a month. And this is something that you will grow over time, but there is a lot of income to be made because we are going to make a lot of impact with these products. So if you take a look at this chart and you ask yourself, okay, where would I like to be in 3 years' time, right? Let's say I started this business today part-time on the side of what I'm doing. Where would I want to be in 3 years' time from now? So if you have that in your mind, just type it into the chat where you would love to be in 3 years' time from now. And as you are teaching people, right? Because remember, our two jobs are we share the products and the business with people, and we teach people who want a business how to be successful. So as we're teaching, we're mentoring, we're coaching, what happens is as our team starts to succeed and starts to earn an income, Max will also pay you a commission based on what they are earning. So let's say you've introduced this 3 years from now, you've introduced 100 people into the business and maybe 5 of them are diamonds. 5 of them are earning, let's say 10,000 US dollars every single month. Remember, you'll get paid in the currency in your particular market based on the commission plan and the currency exchange value set in the commission plan for your market, but this will give you an idea of what's possible. So let's say you're in the business and you've introduced 100 people into the business and 5 of them are earning at the diamond level at $10,000 every month. Because you're the one who introduced them to the business, you're the one who's coached them and mentored them, the company will pay you up to 50% of whatever they're earning. So if they're earning $10,000 and you have 5 people earning at that level, could be up to 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000 to you, plus your own income in this monthly chart. And then if you have people earning $100, $1,000, $5,000, you could be earning up to 50% of everyone that you have personally introduced into the business. And it doesn't stop there. The higher that you go in the plan, the higher that you go on the levels, you will earn commissions on multiple generations in your business. So just know that you won't understand all of this commission plan right now, and don't worry about that because it's something that you'll learn as you need to, but just know there is a very significant income to be made, and a lot of it is made when you can actually duplicate your success and teach your team what to do.
Absolutely correct. And for that reason, is the reason why we have support. We have trainings that are taking place all over the world, especially virtually. We have offices, we have team support, we have online business centers. I mean, there's so much available because we understand, as Anne was sharing earlier, that you need training, right? What's important right now is for you to see the potential. And if you see a glimpse of potential that can actually impact your life positively, knowing that we have products that can really impact people's lives, in return, you get compensated for telling the world about it. It's a win-win scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. And, not only do we have training, but we are a network of professionals. And I love that. There's all different kinds of people that are with us at Max International. So for me, I have a corporate background in sales and marketing. I ran one of the divisions for a global billion-dollar marketing agency. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have bankers, we have entrepreneurs, we have IT people, all kinds of amazing people in our business. And so we get to really meet a lot of great people and network together. We have world-class training. So right now, for example, Chris and I and Chris's wife, Tammy, we are taking several of us are taking a very expensive program, $10,000 program on how to build your business with social media. We are training that to all of our teams and all of our guests. We train that every day, Monday to Friday, for 90 days. It's a 90-day program. So this is a $10,000 learning that you have access to as part of our community, which is really exciting. We have a lot of mentorship, and then, oh my gosh, the trips are fantastic. So this past year, we were in Ireland. We had a most spectacular trip. We stayed at the castle. It was too incredible. The year before we were in the Maldives. The next trip we're going on is to Italy. So it's really a beautiful thing. If you love to travel like I do, there are a lot of adventures waiting ahead for you.
I totally agree, Anne. And I appreciate that Jamie Tope and Clifford wants to be diamond, double diamond. I just love that. In fact, and we've produced so many diamonds in Africa. It's amazing. And basically all over the world, the Philippines and all over the world. So this is really, really exciting. So how do we get started, folks? Well, here's the thing. As I mentioned, I'm talking US dollars because we have many different countries that are being represented as we're listening here. It's a minimum of $150 and a maximum as high as $1,000. Now, between you and I, even $1,000, that's nickel and dimes. I know for some of you it may seem like it's a lot. No, it is not. Like in Canada, for example, for me to be in business, just to be operational, to get an accountant and to get a lawyer and to have an incorporation and to say, hey, I'm ready to pay taxes there, Mr. Government. Well, that will cost me about a minimum of $2,500. And I have nothing to show for. This is what I'm talking about. That's traditional business. What we're talking about here is a turnkey operation. And you're not buying a fancy pair of shoes here. You're actually buying some products. And the price is not because you're paying more for products. As a matter of fact, you're just buying more quantity which the products individually becomes a little cheaper, which in turn you can share it, retail it, and share it within your social environment. And that's how the whole thing starts. So to get started, it's really from $150 to $1,000 is really the different packages are available that you will choose from. And every time someone purchases products, it is converted into CV. That's our currency in Max International called commissionable volume, CV. Doesn't matter if you're dealing with shilling, if you're dealing with Ghana CDs, or if you're dealing with Naira or Canada or US or whatever, it's all converted into volume that is going to be counted, quantified, and converted into a salary. It's brilliant.
Yeah. And, I think we'd all agree that whatever decisions we made in the past have brought us to where we are today. And whatever decisions you are going to make today are going to bring you to where you're going to be in the future. And for me, like I say, I was working in the corporate world. I had a big job. I made a lot of money, but I wanted to do something more significant with my life. I wanted to make a difference in the world. And I got started with Max over 13 years ago because my friend, who was very entrepreneurial, we were always looking for a business we could do together, but I was not prepared to quit my big salary job. I was on my own, just, pretty newly divorced. I had all my own bills to pay. And I wasn't prepared to quit my job, but I really wanted to do something different. And so this allowed me to start a business with my friend, who, by the way, didn't even stay in the business. We always say that she was meant to meet Max so that I could meet Max, but it allowed me to just do it part-time, not have to, raise a lot of capital. And that decision over 13 years ago has completely and utterly changed my life. I had never in a million years dreamed I would even be going to Africa, let alone living here for the past 8 years. I would never in a million years have dreamed that I would be able to impact so many thousands of lives. And every day I just feel so much joy and purpose that what I get to do makes such a difference for people. It really is the greatest feeling. I know for many, many years, my mom would ask me, well, can you go back to your corporate job? She didn't really understand what I was doing. And I said, Mom, I want to change the world. Like I want to make a difference. No, I'm not going back to my corporate job. So this has been a blessing for me. I get a lot of joy and satisfaction in impacting families, whether it's through their health, whether it's through their income or personal development and growth. And I think that this could be something that is quite a blessing for you on the call as well.
I totally agree, Anne, and I can really relate to everything you shared. See, folks, you deserve a healthy and financial sound future. This is your birthright. See, today, one of the greatest benefit that we have with this venture is we are Canadians. We're born in Canada, but we don't have to always live in Canada. We can live anywhere in the world because we're paid in a commission base and it's done virtually into your bank account. It's that simple. So we're in the US right now, living in Florida. We don't do winters anymore because we chose to design our life that way because this opportunity has given us the opportunity to do that. So Anne and I have reached a crown diamond with Max International. You saw the ladder of how this works. It's just by helping folks to reaching the bronze and silver and so forth. The fact is you deserve a healthy financial sound future. And that's what we're trying to do in sharing with you for you to understand the full potential of what we're offering. So in closing, Anne, I'm excited. Thank you for taking the time to share this presentation with me. I'm going to turn this over to you. And so to close the session is a call to action for folks listening in.
Good. And you know what, Chris, I can't thank you and Tammy enough because it's so interesting. Chris and Tammy and I did not know each other before being in Max International, but it turns out we were actually neighbors. We lived in beautiful apartment buildings down on the waterfront in Toronto, Canada. And it turns out we lived directly beside each other. And so we would have many conversation. We'd be going for walks along the waterfront, meeting for breakfast, having movie nights. And, they were really a big part of mentoring me. They had a lot more experience in this kind of a business. And I'm really grateful to Chris and to Tammy for everything that they have given to me and given to our global Max family, because they have been a huge part of starting our Max business in Africa and and all over the world, really. And so, Chris, thank you. Thank you very much for everything you've done for me and for all of our Max family. Yeah. And,
Thank you so much.
I would say that if you're listening to this call, I always say you're where you're meant to be 100% of the time. And so that means if you're on this call tonight, it's because you're meant to be here, because what you've heard is meant to impact you or someone that you know. And it is going to change your life the way it's changed mine, the way it's changed Chris's and Tammy's life. And, what's the worst that could happen? If you like what you see, just start. What is the worst that could happen? Truly, truly, the worst that could happen is that you get amazing products at a price that is lower than what you would pay if you were going to be a customer, and you have great health. That's the worst that could happen. But the best that could happen is that your life has changed forever, like mine has been, like Chris's has been. And what have you got to lose? Basically nothing. So I would just say, if you like what you've heard, don't hesitate. Just get started. Just get started. Talk to the person who invited you to this call, and let's go. We are waiting for you with open arms. We can't wait to work with you. We can't wait to train you, mentor you, coach you, do whatever we can to help you be successful, as long as you are willing to put in some effort, you are coachable, and you actually want to be successful. So we look forward to working with you. We're so happy that you're with us on the call. It's really been a pleasure to be with you all tonight. And we thank you. And we look forward to seeing you very soon, and also to celebrating you at the top.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Anne. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye for now.